Life is a journey filled with moments of joy, success, and happiness. But let's not fool ourselves. There are also times of struggle, frustration, and pain. And it's in those moments, when it feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, that the real test begins. The true measure of your strength, your character, and your resilience is not determined in times of comfort. It's determined in times of discomfort. Success, growth, and achievement don't come without challenges. And the pain you feel today, the obstacles you face right now, will ultimately shape you into the person you're destined to become. But you've got to push through it. You've got to make the decision to stand tall, dig deep, and keep moving forward, even when it seems impossible. Don't shy away from the discomfort, because it's only through pushing through the pain that you unlock the doors to your next level. It's not easy, it's not fast, and it doesn't always feel good, but I promise you, it's worth it. If you want to reach new heights, you've got to be willing to endure the valleys. If you want to see the fruits of your labor, you've got to endure the sweat, the grind, and the struggle. Don't let pain stop you, let it push you forward. The road to greatness is paved with perseverance, patience, and a refusal to quit. Push through the pain, and you'll find that you are far more capable than you ever imagined. Life throws challenges your way, but how you react is what defines you. Pain is part of the journey, but it's your choice whether you let it break you or make you stronger. The pain you feel is simply growth in disguise. The greater the challenge, the greater the opportunity to grow. Don't avoid the struggle, embrace it. Pain teaches you endurance. It's not something you're born with, but something you develop over time. The more you push through, the more resilient you become. The effort you put in today, despite the pain, is what will create the success you seek tomorrow. Short-term discomfort can lead to long-term rewards. Pain can make you feel weak, but remember, you've overcome tough situations before, and you'll do it again. Your strength is not as limited as you believe. Success doesn't come from talent alone. It comes from the discipline to keep going when it would be easier to stop. Push through the pain with consistency and focus. When you're in discomfort, you learn to focus on what truly matters. The distractions fall away and you start to see the path forward more clearly. Instead of allowing pain to defeat you, use it to fuel your determination. Let it ignite your passion to keep going. Pain can be a powerful motivator if you let it. Don't focus solely on the destination. Enjoy the process of pushing through the challenges, because the person you become in the process is the real reward. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. The ones who succeed never quit. Push through the pain, and you'll be standing at the top. Pain is inevitable, my friends. It's a part of life. You can't escape it, and no one is immune to it. Whether it's the pain of failure, the pain of loss, or the pain of setbacks, it will show up. It doesn't matter how much you plan or how careful you are, life has a way of throwing curveballs. The question is, how do you respond to it? What most people fail to realize is that while pain is unavoidable, suffering is a choice. Suffering comes when you let that pain dictate your attitude, your actions, and your future. It's when you dwell on the negative, when you allow disappointment to consume your mind, and when you allow challenges to derail your progress. You see, suffering doesn't come from the pain itself. It comes from how you interpret and react to that pain. The truth is, pain can be a teacher. It can be a guide, pushing you toward growth, toward learning, and toward becoming the best version of yourself. If you choose to learn from it, if you choose to rise above it, the pain becomes a stepping stone. But if you allow it to control you, it becomes a prison. You must understand that no matter how intense the pain, you have the power to choose how you handle it. It's easy to blame circumstances, to blame people, or to blame the world for the pain we face. But the reality is, the key to overcoming pain lies within our own minds. It's about how we choose to react, how we choose to stay focused, and how we choose to keep moving forward, even when it feels like the world is against us. When you stop seeing pain as something to fear and start seeing it as an opportunity to grow, you'll discover that the suffering you feared never needed to exist. You'll find that by adjusting your mindset, by embracing the challenge and understanding that this too shall pass, the pain becomes manageable. You see, comfort is the enemy of progress. It's natural to seek comfort, but the moment you settle into it for too long, you stop stretching yourself. You stop challenging yourself. And when you stop challenging yourself, you stop growing. The very things you want, success, improvement, achievement, lie just outside of that bubble of comfort. And the only way to get to them is to take that first step into discomfort. Growth requires discomfort. It requires you to stretch beyond what you think you can do, to face the fear of failure, and to tackle challenges head on. You don't grow by staying where you are. You grow by pushing against the walls of your own limitations. It's only when you're uncomfortable, when you feel the pressure, that you begin to realize what you're capable of. Every time you step into the unknown, you build a new skill, you develop new resilience, and you discover new parts of yourself. Each time you face discomfort and push through it, you expand your capabilities. Think of it like a muscle. The more you stretch it, the stronger it gets. It's no different with personal growth. The more you expose yourself to situations that push you to the edge, the more you become the person you're meant to be. And yes, it's going to feel hard. Yes, it's going to be uncertain. Yes, it might even hurt sometimes. But let me tell you this. On the other side of that discomfort, there's a version of you that's better, stronger, and more capable than you were yesterday. Without that struggle, you can't experience the reward. You can't experience the satisfaction that comes from knowing you pushed through the challenges and came out on top. When you stay in your comfort zone, you limit your potential. But when you push beyond it, you unlock the doors to new opportunities, new experiences, and a new level of achievement. The growth you're seeking is on the other side of that discomfort. Don't shy away from it. Embrace it, because that's where the magic happens. The real breakthroughs occur when you decide that staying comfortable is no longer an option. You're ready to step up, step out, and embrace the discomfort of growth. Endurance is a skill. It's not something you're born with, it's something you develop. The truth is, most people underestimate the power of endurance. They think it's something that comes naturally to the lucky few, but that's simply not the case. Endurance is a muscle, and like any muscle, it needs to be built, strengthened, and tested over time. Now, let me tell you, endurance isn't just about physical stamina. It's about the ability to persevere, to keep going when things get tough, to stay focused on the goal even when the path is hard. It's about maintaining your effort when others would give up, and keeping your mind sharp when the world tries to distract you. It's about having the grit to push through difficult circumstances and not let them defeat you. You see, life will throw challenges your way. The road will get rough, and there will be times when you'll feel like quitting, and this is where endurance becomes critical. Those who develop the skill of endurance understand that discomfort is temporary, but the rewards are lasting. They know that the ability to endure, to stay committed to their goals despite the setbacks, is what separates success from failure. The first time you encounter difficulty, you may feel overwhelmed. But let me assure you, the more you push yourself, the more you stretch your limits, the easier it becomes. Endurance is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. The more you put yourself in situations that require perseverance, the more naturally it will come to you. And eventually you'll find yourself rising above the challenges, not because you're superhuman, but because you've developed the skill to endure. And here's something important. Endurance doesn't mean simply gritting your teeth and pushing through in misery. No, endurance means maintaining your focus, your optimism, and your energy while navigating through tough times. It's about continuing to take steps forward even when progress feels slow, knowing that every step counts and that every effort is building something greater. So how do you develop this skill? You do it by getting up when you fall down. You do it by showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. You do it by pushing through the moments when your mind is telling you to quit. Endurance is built through repetition, through resilience, and through a commitment to the long-term vision. Endurance is the key to everything. It's the key to finishing what you start. It's the key to turning your dreams into reality. It's the difference between success and failure. And the best part? It's within your control. It's a skill you can build one step at a time. So keep going, keep pushing, and keep developing your endurance, because when you do, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Pain today equals success tomorrow. It's one of the most powerful truths in life, but it's also one of the hardest to grasp. We live in a world that seeks instant gratification, where everyone wants quick results and easy victories. But the reality is that the best rewards, the kind that last, the kind that truly transform your life, are the ones that come after you've endured some pain, some struggle, and some sacrifice. Let's be honest, nobody enjoys pain. Nobody wakes up excited to face hardships, challenges, and obstacles. But here's the thing, the pain you're experiencing right now, whether it's the pain of pushing your limits, the discomfort of learning something new, or the struggle of facing a difficult situation, is not in vain. It's laying the foundation for your future success. Every ounce of effort, every moment of discomfort, every setback you face today is an investment in your tomorrow. Think about it. Nothing worth having comes easily. If you want to build a strong body, you've got to put in the work. You've got to face the sweat, the sore muscles, and the fatigue that comes with it. But once the pain has been endured, once you've built that strength, you reap the rewards of vitality, health, and energy. The same is true in every area of life. Success is a process. It's the result of consistent effort, of showing up even when you don't feel like it, of pushing forward when it seems easier to quit. The pain you experience now is simply the price you pay for the success you'll enjoy later. It's the effort you put in today that compounds over time to give you the life you want tomorrow. Think of the best achievements in your life. Did they come without sacrifice? Did they come without moments where you felt like giving up? Of course not. They came after the struggle. They came after the pain. They came after you pushed through when it would have been easier to stop. That's where the real growth happens. That's where you earn your success. So the next time you're faced with difficulty, remember this. Pain today is not a sign of failure. It's a sign of progress. It's an indicator that you are moving in the right direction, that you're breaking through barriers, and that you're becoming a stronger, more capable person. Embrace the struggle because it's making you stronger. Embrace the discomfort because it's forging the path to your success. What you endure today will be your strength tomorrow. And when you look back, you'll see that the pain you experienced wasn't something to fear. It was the very thing that propelled you toward the life you've always dreamed of. So keep going. Keep pushing. The success you desire is just around the corner, waiting for you to step into it. You are stronger than you think. That's a fact many people overlook. We go through life facing challenges, and when the going gets tough, it's easy to think that we don't have what it takes. We start to doubt ourselves, questioning if we're capable of pushing through the hard times. But here's the truth. Your potential is far greater than what you give yourself credit for. The strength that lies within you is not always visible at first. It's not something you can see in the mirror or measure on a scale, but it's there, waiting to be tapped into. Life will throw challenges your way. There's no doubt about that. But you'll never know how much strength you have until you're put to the test. You don't discover your true power in moments of ease and comfort. You discover it when the pressure is on, when you're forced to dig deep and keep moving forward, even when every part of you wants to stop. We all have that internal reservoir of strength. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Every time you overcome a challenge, every time you keep going when it feels like you can't, you add to that strength. It's not about waiting until you feel ready or until the stars align. Strength is built in the moments when you feel like you have nothing left to give, but you still push forward anyway. Think about the times in your life when you've faced adversity. Maybe it was a personal setback, a financial hardship, or a time of grief. Did you think you could make it through when it first happened? Most likely you wondered how you'd even survive. But then something remarkable happened. You did survive. You pushed through. You grew. You are here today because you found that inner strength you didn't even know existed. And that strength is still there waiting for you to call upon it again. You see, strength doesn't always come with loud declarations or dramatic moments. Often, it's the quiet resolve to keep going when no one is watching, when no one is cheering for you. It's the inner resilience that allows you to rise after every fall, to keep moving despite the setbacks, and to remain focused on your goals no matter the obstacles. Remember this. Strength is not about being unshakable or never feeling pain. It's about knowing that you have the ability to endure, to adapt, and to keep going no matter what. You have faced challenges before and you will face them again, but each time you face them, you'll realize that you're stronger than the last time. So the next time you're doubting yourself, when you think you can't possibly take another step or handle another challenge, take a moment to reflect. You've overcome hardships before and you will do it again. You are stronger than you think, and the power to push through and succeed is already within you. Trust in it, lean into it, and never underestimate the strength that lies deep inside of you. It's far greater than you realize. Discipline is key. Without it, success is simply a dream. It's the foundation on which everything else is built. We all have dreams, aspirations, and goals we want to achieve, but without discipline, those things will remain nothing more than distant hopes. Discipline is the bridge that turns your desires into reality. It's the thing that keeps you moving forward, even when the excitement fades, when the motivation wanes, and when the initial spark of inspiration starts to fizzle out. Success is not just about having the right mindset or the right plan. It's about having the discipline to execute that plan every single day. It's about doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's easy to start a project with enthusiasm, but the true test comes when you hit those inevitable obstacles, when the challenges seem overwhelming, and when the results aren't coming as quickly as you'd like. This is where discipline steps in. Discipline says, even when it's hard, I'll keep going. Discipline says, even when I want to quit, I'll keep showing up. Discipline is the quiet force that drives you to continue, to persist, and to push through the moments of discomfort, doubt, and discouragement. The reality is you can't rely on motivation alone. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes, often without warning. And when it disappears, most people fall off track. But discipline is constant. It's the choice to stay committed to your goals even when motivation has packed up and left. It's the daily practice of doing the things you know will get you closer to your dreams, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Think about the habits that successful people have. They are disciplined in the way they manage their time, in the way they invest in their growth, and in the way they take consistent action. They don't just hope for success, they make it happen by applying discipline. They know that success isn't a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. It's a matter of showing up day after day, doing the hard work, and sticking to their plan. They don't wait for the perfect moment to act. They act now, with the discipline to stay consistent and the patience to see the results unfold over time. If you want to create something lasting, something meaningful, you have to make discipline your ally. Whether you're building a business, getting in shape, or improving your relationships, discipline is the common denominator that separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't. Without it, you can't expect to see the results you desire. It's the consistency in your efforts, the commitment to doing the work that leads to success. The road will be challenging, and the progress may be slow at times, but discipline will always keep you moving forward. You might not see immediate results, but don't let that discourage you. Discipline is about the long game. It's about staying focused on the end result and understanding that the rewards will come as long as you stay the course. Trust the process. Trust your discipline. And never underestimate the power of showing up every day, doing the work, and sticking to your goals, even when it's tough. Because discipline is the key that unlocks the door to success. Without it, you can have all the talent and all the ambition in the world, but you won't reach the heights you're capable of. With it, nothing is out of reach. Pain sharpens your focus. It's one of those paradoxes in life. The very thing that we often want to avoid, the very thing that feels uncomfortable and unwanted, is actually the thing that can propel us to greater clarity, purpose, and determination. It's through pain that we are forced to focus, to zero in on what truly matters. When life is smooth, when everything is going well, it's easy to become distracted. We have so many options, so many choices, and everything seems to fall into place effortlessly. But it's in the moments of difficulty, the moments of discomfort, that we are forced to ask ourselves tough questions. What really matters to me? What am I willing to fight for? What is my true purpose? Pain strips away the noise. When you're in the midst of struggle, the things that don't matter fade into the background. You stop wasting energy on distractions and start focusing all your efforts on what truly counts. Whether it's a business challenge, a personal setback, or a health struggle, pain has a way of cutting through the clutter and bringing your attention to the essentials. It forces you to stop procrastinating, to get clear on your goals, and to take decisive action. Think about a time in your life when you faced real adversity. When everything seemed to be falling apart, you probably found yourself becoming hyper-focused, sharpening your mind and your energy on solutions. You found yourself thinking more strategically, making better decisions, and acting with purpose. That's the power of pain. It has the ability to refocus us, to hone our attention on what truly matters, and to guide us towards the actions that will lead to success. Pain also reminds us of our strengths. When things are tough, you don't have the luxury of being distracted by trivial matters. You must focus on what's in front of you, and in doing so, you tap into a level of resilience you might not have known existed within you. It brings out the best in you, your creativity, your problem-solving abilities, and your perseverance. It forces you to use all of your resources, to think outside the box, and to push yourself in ways you never thought possible. But beyond that, pain teaches us what we're truly capable of. You might be surprised to learn that you're stronger than you think. When things are difficult, you'll dig deeper, reach higher, and push further. You'll find a level of determination you didn't know you had. That's because pain sharpens your focus. It helps you cut through the doubts and fears and directs you straight to your purpose. So when pain knocks at your door, instead of running from it, embrace it. Let it be a tool that sharpens your focus, that strengthens your resolve, and that drives you toward your goals. Pain isn't something to be feared, it's something to be understood. It's the catalyst that forces you to see things more clearly, to act more decisively, and to move forward with a greater sense of clarity and purpose. The next time you face a challenge or feel the sting of pain, remember this. It's not the end. It's an opportunity for you to become sharper, more focused, and more determined than ever before. Pain has a unique way of fine-tuning our vision, helping us see our goals in sharper focus, and giving us the power to move toward them with greater intention and precision. It's not something to fear. It's something to welcome, because it's through pain that you'll find the strength and the clarity to push forward and achieve your greatest potential. Use pain as fuel. I know, it might sound counterintuitive, even strange at first. Pain, after all, is something we usually try to avoid. It's uncomfortable, it's challenging, and it's something we often wish would just go away. But what if I told you that the very thing you're trying to run from could be the key to unlocking your greatest potential? That's right, pain, when harnessed properly, can be a powerful motivator, a driving force that propels you to do things you never thought possible. You see, when life gets tough, it's easy to fall into the trap of feeling defeated, of thinking that the pain you're experiencing is a sign of failure. But pain doesn't have to be your enemy. It can be your ally. It's an opportunity, a moment of growth, and a chance to show yourself what you're really made of. Pain often signals that you're on the edge of something new, something important. And that's when it's time to dig deep and use it to fuel your progress. Think about this. When you're faced with pain, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental, your body and mind go into a state of alert. You feel the sting, the discomfort, the frustration. But what most people fail to realize is that pain is also a signal. It's telling you that something is important, that something is at stake. When you can recognize that, you can use that very pain as a catalyst for action. Instead of letting pain hold you back, you can choose to let it push you forward. Let it ignite a fire inside of you, a desire to prove to yourself and the world that you won't be defeated by circumstances. Pain forces you to be resourceful. It forces you to tap into a deeper level of creativity, to think outside the box, and to solve problems in ways you might not have considered otherwise. When you're comfortable, it's easy to coast along, to stick to what you know, and to avoid taking risks. But when pain enters the picture, you are faced with the opportunity to stretch yourself, to grow, and to break through the barriers that might have held you back in the past. This doesn't mean that pain is always easy or pleasant. It's hard. It's uncomfortable. But let me tell you this. The greatest breakthroughs come after the greatest struggles. The people who achieve incredible success aren't the ones who have avoided pain their entire lives. They're the ones who have faced pain head on, who have used it as fuel to push themselves beyond their limits, to rise above their challenges, and to reach new heights. You don't have to let pain define you in a negative way. Instead, you can choose to use it as a driving force. Let it push you to work harder, to stay focused, and to keep going when you feel like giving up. Pain can teach you resilience, perseverance, and the power of determination. When you use it as fuel, you turn your most difficult moments into stepping stones on your path to success. You don't run from it, you face it head on, and you use it to your advantage. The next time you find yourself in the midst of pain, whether it's the pain of a setback, the pain of failure, or the pain of hard work, remind yourself that you have the power to turn that pain into progress. Use it as fuel to move forward, to keep striving, and to make your dreams a reality. Pain is not a roadblock. It's a powerful force that, when properly harnessed, can drive you to achieve things you never thought possible. So don't fear it. Don't run from it. Use it. Because when you do, there is nothing that can stop you from reaching your goals. The journey is the reward. We often get so fixated on the destination, on the end result, that we forget the most valuable part of any pursuit is the process itself. We think that success is defined by reaching a certain goal, achieving a particular milestone, or crossing a finish line. But the truth is, the real treasure lies in the journey, what you learn along the way, the person you become in the process, and the growth that happens when you push yourself beyond your comfort zone. Think about it. When you finally achieve a goal, the feeling of accomplishment is great, but it's fleeting. The celebration is temporary. Once you've reached the top of the mountain, you might find yourself looking for the next peak to climb. But while you're on that journey, every step, every challenge, and every experience shapes you in ways that no goal ever could. The reward isn't just in achieving something, the reward is in who you become as you work towards it. We often measure success by the outcomes, the promotions, the financial gains, the recognition. But these are just byproducts of the real reward. The lessons you've learned, the discipline you've built, the resilience you've developed. It's the daily effort that counts. It's the small victories, the times you pushed through when you wanted to quit, the days you did the work when no one was watching, that make the journey worth it. Those moments, those steps forward, are what truly matter. They are the foundation for everything that follows. The journey teaches you more about yourself than any destination ever will. It reveals your strengths and weaknesses, your limits and your potential. Along the way, you discover what you're capable of, and you realize that the obstacles you thought would hold you back are actually the things that push you to grow. When you focus on the journey, you embrace the process of becoming better, stronger, and more capable. You begin to see that each challenge is an opportunity to improve, each setback is a chance to learn, and each success is simply a reflection of the work you've put in along the way. The truth is, the end of one journey is often the beginning of another. You reach one goal, and before long, there's another one on the horizon. The destination is important, yes, but it's the steps you take to get there that truly shape your life. The people you meet, the experiences you have, and the lessons you learn along the way are what make the journey worth taking. These moments of growth, struggle, and triumph are the real reward. So, don't wait for the finish line to feel fulfilled. Don't wait for the moment when you finally arrive. Embrace the journey, because it's the path that shapes your future. It's the daily grind, the effort, and the perseverance that makes success meaningful. The journey itself is where the real growth happens. And when you look back, you'll realize that the reward wasn't the destination at all. It was everything you became while you were on your way.